All right, we are here with Wills Point native Jeff Sprague. Jeff, how we doing this afternoon, buddy?
Oh, we finally made it back to Texas, guys. I'm glad to be back home here, and just what a crazy roller coaster of a week. But man, weather, fishing, and a lot of fun. How about that?
Well, so that's interesting you brought that up. So we had some interesting weather here in East Texas on Thursday and Friday. I'm sure you knew all about it. And then, but you were over in Huntsville, Alabama at the Bass Pro Shops REDCREST tournament event on Lake Gunnersville. Now, was the weather crazy? The weather that we got here on Thursday, Friday, did that reach y'all on Saturday or Sunday, or how was the weather out there?
It ultimately did reach us, but and it was very severe between us and here in East Texas. So the storms luckily did move a little north of where we were, but we did see a lot of the weather that you guys got, but luckily not quite as severe. And our hearts and prayers are with those who suffered damage, and destruction between Texas and Alabama, where we were, and beyond. Because driving back home, I passed several tornado paths where there were still a lot of law enforcement fire on scene there, and power companies, and just devastation that just it'd break your heart to see it.
Yeah, it was very touch and go. I think we had four confirmed tornadoes here in East Texas alone. So thankfully, y'all were good out there on the lake. You got some good fishing in, especially on Thursday. I want to talk about Thursday specifically. You caught 18 fish for 54 pounds, but the big bass of the day, the big bass of the event, was a 9 pound bass that you caught. And I saw a picture of it on Facebook. Beautiful, beautiful fish. So tell me all about that fish and the record that you now hold.
Yeah, so there at Gunnersville, this is our championship event. It's called the Red Crest. It's basically you qualify for this event in the prior season. So in 2024, we qualified to be here. 50 guys fish for $300,000 prize money, first place, and then it pays down all the way. So this day is special. It was the first day of the event, and I had some really good practice going, and I felt confident in some things, and went out and I actually was just fishing and had a really good morning going, and then wound up. I could see this fish. It's a big female, and I could see her with my actual sunglasses, or Lake Fork sunglasses here that we've created at Lake Fork Lure Company that we'll have available. They're polarized, and so I can look just under the surface of the water, and I could see just a really nice sized fish. It's hard to tell how big they are sometimes. And I flipped up there with a worm that I actually designed here at Lake Fork Lure Company. It's a finesse worm, and I watched this fish swim right over to it, and she just opened her mouth and just barely, nipped at it. It looked like, but the fish are so big it's hard to tell. And wound up, wrangling this fish in. It had me hung up in a dock for over 5 minutes. I thought the fish was gone, had broke my line and gotten off, and I'm trying to get underneath the dock with my arms and move my rod through there because she had basically made a maze through. It was a whole ordeal to get the fish in the boat, but ultimately we landed it, and it weighed 9 pounds even, which yes is the largest bass ever recorded in a Red Crest tournament or in one of the events. And so that's now a record held there with Major League Fishing. It's just a super cool place. It's super cool time to catch it, and it'll be a memory that I'll have for a very, very long time.
Now I know that you've battled some big fish in your day, but this 9 pounder, you're saying it took you under the dock in 5 minutes that you had to battle this thing. Was that one of the toughest battles you've had with a fish?
That definitely probably that will be probably the hardest fought fish that I've gotten. And the reason it took me so long to get this fish in is I actually caught it on a spinning rod with light line, so it was only 10 pound test line, and it was all hung up in the dock. Just weaved its way through the poles, and it did its job. It was doing everything it could do to try to get away, and to get back. And ultimately, the good Lord and some luck on our side, we were able to make it work and get the fish back out. But I mean, what a tremendous fish to be caught at any time of the year, as let alone in that large and that monumentous of a tournament. So, I mean, just a really cool thing to have happen.
Well, and that helped you propel you into the knockout round to be able to fish on Saturday. Didn't quite make it to the championship round, about 3 pounds short there. But overall, what are your thoughts on the weekend there on Lake Guttersville, and how do you like that lake over there?
Gunnersville is a very special area. It's a very special place. Anyone in the bass fishing industry, it holds a special place in the fishing industry's heart, much like Lake Fork does here in East Texas, where I grew up, cutting my teeth, and learned how to bass fish. And so, what a tremendous fishery! If you ever get an opportunity to go out and fish that. But Yeah, it really, really was. And in an overall tournament, we finished 11th overall, just one outside of the top 10, which is heartbreaking. But that's fishing, guys. You know, it's a great event, great finish, even though it wasn't a win. But you really can't ask for anything more because those are the top 50 guys in the world at any given moment, and that we qualified to be there. So you're fishing against the stiffest competition that there is on the planet. So just to be able to hang your hat on that and be out there and compete, I'm very blessed to have that opportunity.
Now, does your finish in this year's qualify you for next year, or how does the qualification work?
That's correct. So right now on the Bass Pro Tour, I am sitting in seventh in points, and so they'll take the top 30 in points to the REDCREST in 2026. So this event we just fished in Gunnersville, we qualified for in 2024 based on our point standing, and I believe I finished eighth or ninth in the points last year to put me there. So well on track this year to make it again. Lord willing, you know, we just got to keep fishing hard and keep our line wet and see if we can't make it happen.
Got to keep ripping lips. Let's speaking of ripping lips, where are you going to be ripping them at next? Where are you going to?
So next we go to Lake Chickamauga in Tennessee. It's a Tennessee River fishery. We were there the first week of May, and so we'll leave here in just a week and a half, 2 weeks, and head on out that way and start getting ready for that event. Following that, we have a heavy hitters event, which is another one that we qualified for. All we fish for there is big bass, and that's at Smith Mountain Lake in Virginia. So we'll just have a couple of back-to-back events there. So if you guys get a chance to tune into Major League Fishing, follow along, check out my social media at Jeff Sprague Fishing, any of that Facebook or Instagram, and you can kind of see where we are and what we're doing. It's just kind of something that we, the outdoorsmen and everyone in the area and all over the country really like to be a part of.
Yeah, it was fun to watch, and that it was exciting to see on Thursday when you got that big fish and the excitement there. But man, we're proud of you. You're doing a great job, and keep killing them over there. Hey, got any Easter plans? You're gonna be out on the lake, or you gonna spend it with family then?
Yeah, so we're just an outdoors family here. Obviously, we love to fish and we love to hunt. And it's getting to be turkey season now, guys. So we don't have the big turkey population here in East Texas, but we will be making our way west. And then I've got some turkey plans to hunt in other states as well. So, but spend our time with the family, and celebrate Easter and what it's really about as well. So it's just that time of the year, guys. You get your children, get those young ones, moms, dads, grandmas, grandpas, aunts, uncles, everybody. Just get outdoors. The fishing's great right now. It's an awesome time. The weather's perfect. Spend some time with your family outdoors with what the good Lord made for us, and I think everybody will. That's really what it's all about.
And you're right, weather is getting better. It's getting springtime, and with weather
Yes.
starting to kick in now. Well, Jeff, congratulations, man. Best of luck down the road, and we'll talk to you then.
Thanks, Kyle. Thank you, guys.